everybody, it's Jess, your go-to YouTube dance commentator, and we are here taking a look at a Patreon request. Shout out to Sang for the request. I believe the name of the event is called Groove in GWANAK, maybe? But it's the Freestyle one-on-one battle. We're going to look at the round of 16 all the way through to finals. Really looking forward to this, as always. Love looking at battles, and especially ones where you have a lot of different genres represented, and I think Korea does a pretty good job when it's open style or freestyle, where all genres get to exist. You get some really fun, fundamentally sound individuals with some dope music. So I'm ready to dive in. I hope you are. Let's go. Okay, first one is gonna be Lokbong versus Funky Loco. Based on the time these rounds are, I'm going to assume that this is going to be a 2-rounder. Starting at round of 16s, which I love if that's the case. We got GWANAK on the emceeing, I believe. Oh no, we don't have him emceeing, do we? He's just there. Wow, really nice. I don't know. It's interesting how the stage, what kind of give it gives. Funky Wise down there. Yeah, okay, so GWANAK's not emceeing. Somebody else. That's fine. It looks like he is partners with the person on stage. Because of their stripes. That was fun. Okay. So what do we look for? Creativity, vocabulary, yeah, fluency of craft. Battle of the Campbell Lockers, how fun. It's a little bit more hybridized, which I think helps with his perspective. Hey. So, okay. Not quite as many risk takes in terms of the stylistic athleticism component that you could look at, but I do appreciate his ear. Yeah. Another round. Okay. Funky Loco. So I would say if we're going off of athleticism and really creating some captivating elements with that, I think Funky Loco's taking those risks. Which if Lokbong's not gonna lock in and pull some risky business, it may go to Funky Loco. Okay. Couple predictable music moments here. Here we're kind of wasting a little bit of time. Nice, but the drop down was cool. It was nice. We have a bit of a predictable side to side integration, which will actually drop your difficulty. Hey. I like his tone setting a lot, if I'm being real. That's cool. Da-da-da-da. Yeah. Oh, the quick feet were cool. Catering a lot to the audience, and our judges are not seeing what we're seeing, so I'm curious what they're catching there. Who will our judges pick? I was leaning to Lokbong in the beginning half of his set. However, he was entertaining a similar. Let me see. Are they going to show us a similar kind of exchange from one side to another? So it doesn't show a lot of difficulty. I do believe Funky Loco had more complexity and difficulty, and for a battle, I would say that's something that we can recognize as a component. Now, I will say we're waving a yellow flag, though, on looking at repeat opportunities. as well as innovating our music and how we're choosing to listen to it on both sides. So I'm going to personally vote for Funky Loco. Okay. 3 over to Lockbong, 1 tie, and then 1 over to Funky Loco. Lockbong had really nice musicality, especially in that first round. So that's not this one. Either of them taking the win, I personally think is absolutely fine. And remember, I'm looking at this from a very different perspective than those that are there on the panel, and I have the opposite vantage point than they do, right? So there could be things that I pick up on that they don't, and vice versa. And not only that, the depending on how you're looking at these, the decision can be made in so quickly in a different direction, right? So for me, like I mentioned, I'm going to be looking at creativity, how we are listening to our music, and whatever fundamentals we're choosing to showcase into space, the traditions and cultures of what we're representing in genre. And you don't have to be locked into that box of that genre, but having a discipline that you can thrive in and innovate, I think, is a really fun thing to go off of in these types of brackets. Difficulty, complexity, musicality, I really, really care for that so much. And I would say performance, projection. So those components there. So on to our next battle, which is Famous versus Code. Famous who's on our left side. Oh, fake out! He looks like a breaker, but it looks like Code's also a breaker. Because he started with some top rocks, yeah. Travel down. Ooh! That was quick! Getting into that freeze and control on it was cool. I love that we're in a public space. That was nice. The rotation of that chair freeze was sick. And I believe a chair freeze depending on where that elbow is, right? That elbow was locked in with the legs up. Yeah. If Famous isn't a breaker, yeah, he's a breaker. He's just, his outfit gave it away to me. Okay. To the floor. Love that. Breakers are so captivating to watch. Yes, I love the connection with the toe tap. That was sick. Yes. Woo! Playful. That double bounce on the bass. I'm recognizing it. That was cool. Yeah. Creative on the transition. He said that's leaning more to Famous. Leaning more to Famous on that first round, but we got 2 rounds. More of a funky track. What we gonna do? Pistol squat to a freeze variant. That was cool. Bop, bop, bop. What we gonna do? Here we go. Hey! That was fun. I love how you can clearly see his rotations because of his hat, right? Nice. Ooh. Ooh! The interruptions were cool there. Nice. Swiping it. He's finishing his rounds mad early. Oh, that was cool. Famous has some playful setups. Alright, going into the top rocks. He said, are you listening? He said, the CCs are, that CC was fun. Yes, I love that sweep with the scuffing, right? Praying it. Yeah. Wow. I really like how playful he's approaching this. Ooh, with the freeze on the end. He left a little bit of wiggle room to Code on that second round. I'm gonna lean to Famous as who I would vote for on that one. Okay, I'm ready. That was really fun. So we recognize quite a few people here. Right, Dandy, Trix, Waxy. Wow, how crispy. Lean, X, lean, lean. Oh, cool beans. Sweet. That was really nice. That was fun. I like that exchange. I am curious. I mean, for the round of 16, so far we had 2 Campbell lockers against each other. We have 2 breakers. Are these all going to be disciplined, like, battles? Because, okay, that's Luna Una right here. And then it's Tahiti. Tahiti! Ah, we know Tahiti. He's hip-hop. Okay, so I just answered my own question. Luna Una, Campbell locking, and the Tahiti's going to do hip-hop. I love how joyful she is in her approach. It's always so captivating. She's grown on me. Nice, great redirections. Notice where she was catering a lot of that. 2 judges. Smart work. Nice Skeeter Rabbit there. So we're showcasing some key elements. And we're playing around with it with our music like that. Yeah! I love the locks on that. And how she chose to rotate that around was nice. That was cool. That was cool. All right. Tahiti. Hey. Love the ISOs happening there. Oh. Oh, his shirt's dope too. Yep, to the floor we go. That was nice. Angles were clear and readable too. Oh, the trace was sick. Ugh. Yeah. That was cool. Strong round from both of them. Tahiti may have a leg up on creativity because of the type of track it is. Oh, this song. Do you love me? Oh. What? Luna! I'm watching. Come on. The slap was cool. Oh. Oh. She's in her breaking bag is what that was. Eee. He's about to get grimy in this. Yeah. Playing around with his leg. Love the threads. Nice. The Nox slaps were cool there. Okay. Unassisted on the ground. He didn't make contact with the ground. Nice. His angles, I really like seeing that, exploring with that. Yeah. We see those types of choices happen with the Frenchman, don't we? Yes, I think he needed that. That whole sequence really helped him here. Who expanded their portfolio more? Luna did. Who do I think approached both tracks in ways that really encompass the music? I would lean more Tahiti. So if I never knew either of them, I would probably lean more Tahiti. But most improved, I'd give to Luna. Let's see how they're going to vote. Okay. But Luna Luna was so fun to watch on that one. That was cool. That was a cool one. Okay, then we have Rita versus MT Pop. Okay. I was seeing Rita practice in the back. There's going to be whacking versus whatever MT Pop wants to do today. For real. It gives the impression it's either our DJ is aware of every genre each dancer does, and then we have a track that caters and corresponds to a respective dancer, or we just gotten lucky. That's the MT Pop track for his genre he represents. So slower BPM. It's hard to settle in for whacking, but she's doing very well. Her round felt fast. Her overheads were nice, her lassos were nice, positioning, posing were nice. Come on with the flow. Ooh, that lingering head ISO is sick. That was cool. Tahiti agrees. I agree. That's gross. MT Pop's really, really good in the battle space. Yes, with the isolations. He continues it, but he changes pockets. His flow's different. Yeah. Ooh, the hinge down was nice. That DJ's DJing. Yeah, so MT Pop took that track, but I don't think anybody should be surprised because it is a popping track. This is a Rita track. Alright, what's Rita gonna do? Here we go. Yes. Stylization of her hands are cute. Love it. I love how she expresses herself facially. Great expressiveness. Nice. Yes. That was sick. Isolations, the tail end were nice, but the rebound is cool. Does she do enough on her track against what MT Pop did on his track? I don't know. What's he gonna do? His angles are clear, readable, where he chooses to look, which is not looking anywhere. It shows the confidence behind his training on keeping clarity in his lines. So nice. Ooh! Ooh, he glitched that. That was cool. Oh my god. Mode changes galore. I mean, he's changing the techniques, posture, pockets, timing. Golly. To the floor we went, not touching the ground not one time, so it helps with difficulty and complexity. That's going to be an MT Pop solid win. He's going to grab all 5 judges on this one. For show. Yeah. Yep. Clear. That was still really fun, though. They did really well. I enjoyed that exchange. Okay, next we have... Whoa! Okay, that's why Duloc's not emceeing. Duloc is in this. And then Jongjoon. Jongjoon's giving... His hat's giving Campbell locking. Oh. He's a Campbell locker. Okay. And I know Duloc's a Campbell locker too. Ugh. Wow, I don't think I've seen Duloc battle before. But this is Jongjoon, so we're about to wait and see. Wow. Ooh. I like his approach to this a lot because he's bleeding through a lot of the skills. Nice. In order to get it to cater to the type of timing. I love the punctuation of his choices. Jeongjun did well. Alright, GWANAK. Speed change, redirection, subtlety. I wish it matched timing, but that was still really fun. What a ham! He's so playful. Stop. He literally dropped to the ground. He said, "Oh, that hurt." Just kidding. He done did a fake out in front of all of us. Stop it. God, he's so playful. That was mad captivating. That was fun. Round 2. There we go. And we can play with this track. He sets up in a very similar way. Notice where he's facing. He faced directly the same way. Woo! Oh. So I'm going to say Jeongjun, he's got a leg up on musicality, but I would say GWANAK is mad captivating and entertaining. Wow. He is popping off. This is amazing. How's GWANAK gonna respond? I bet GWANAK is so fun to cypher with and session with. I think that's the difference between what I'm seeing between GWANAK and Jeongjun. Is GWANAK is sessioning and Jeongjun is battling. Good tension. He's so playful. Wow. Wow. So I would vote for Jeongjun, but the best performer of the night is GWANAK so far. Wow. I would love to session with that man. Wow. How fun. How are they gonna vote? Oh, they tied it. Is it a tiebreaker? Whoa. It is. Tricks. Tricks couldn't make a decision. That's so fun. Okay. So we have to now erase everything we just saw. Wow. Okay. Side note, I know some people might be like, well, Jess, how did you not know that GWANAK was in top 16 when it literally, you already had the video pulled up and you already had it scooted over? I wasn't paying attention to who was in this. I was paying attention to getting through the intro so it didn't sound redundant whenever we were watching this. I have no idea who's in this bracket, and we're watching it at the same time, which makes it really fun, personally. So yeah, I couldn't tell you who's moved on from this point, but eventually I will, because I'll have the tabs pulled up and I'll be paying more closer attention. All right, what are we gonna do? A lot of Campbell locking representation in this bracket. We got first 5 people. Alright, you got this. Let's go. What we'll do. Golly. He was waiting for the intro through. Some judges may not like that because he was waiting until a comfortable section versus exploring and showcasing a nice explorative decision making in sections. That was sick. Wow! That sequence was clear as day. He's like a pistol. Well, he did a whole pistol squat too. I think he was hitting on the sound that exists on the track. Insane work, GWANAK. Such a comedian. So fun. Ah, that was cool. Entertaining as all give out. That was cool. I'm still gonna lean Jung-Joon on this because it's a battle. And a battle skill set is different than just soul entertainment. Love GWANAK's perspective. Alright, you gotta choose one side. Tricks. Make a decision, my guy. GWANAK knew too. He literally said, my guy. He said, thanks. GWANAK, a respectable fellow in this space through and through. If you're like, Jess, where have we seen GWANAK? He's emceed pretty much anything and everything we've watched. So I love that that was my first impression of his battle toolkit. Insane work, my guy. Okay, next we have Yujin versus Benson. Okay, Eugene's a popper. Benson. I don't know if I've seen Benson before. Not consciously, with name association. She's going in. Hey! Nice. Oh, how she's triggering a lot of her choices in her chest is cool. That was cool. Benson. He's a Campbell locker? That's cool. He is meshing well to this bag because of his texture. He's using his key elements and texturizing them to match music. That's musicality conversion. Golly, that's cool. Because he's emulating mode changes you normally would see in popping and boogalooing, but he's adding it to Campbell locking. That's ridiculous work. That's cool, Benson. Oh, very clear. Very clear. His key elements, though, is something I'm noticing. When he doesn't texturize them, they do follow a simple, basic timing of the pocket. So she had more complex timings. He had more interesting musicality decisions. This song may work against her to a degree. Depends on what Benson does. Because she's a popper. So there's natural perspectives we've already seen to tracks like this from poppers. Hey. Yeah. There it is, girl. Yep. Ooh, the chest ISO was sick. That's the charm of knowing your track, is you get to catch something like that. She paced herself way better here. Way better than round one. That was great. Oh. Ooh! Wow. Benson keeps it up. He may take the match. He's working at a deficit on both rounds against Yujin here because of the tracks. Woo! Nice. 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 Ooh, flavorful. He didn't finish out the round. Ooh, from a musicality standpoint, I would lean Benson. Yeah, that's the scrutiny here. Yeah, look at them. I get that. Yujin, I think, had a stronger second round than her first. I think Benson had solid 2 rounds. He was entertaining similar postures, but they were familiar, they weren't replicated. So that's different than having a limited vocabulary creatively with your stamina associated to it. So I would say I'm going to lean Benson because also the difficulty of the stylistic athleticism he brought. So, but Yujin had a solid AF round 2 though. Woo! Yujin taking the win. Look at that. Her round 2 was gorgeous. So, don't have many qualms with it. But none, I mean, any of the ones where I'm different than who ends up winning, there's always somebody who also votes in that direction. So I don't feel so lonely. I don't feel so crazy either. That was a really fun one. Really fun one. Nice to see Benson there. Never really quite had seen him at that point, to my knowledge. Lil C versus Rodang. Rodang looks like a vibe. I feel like Rodang and GWANAK would get along. There's so many Campbell lockers in this bracket. How fun. Yeah, sit it around. Danny's having a good old time, isn't he? Yeah. He's feeling good. Stop. We're wearing sunglasses and it's night outside at this point. Fun. This may be a GWANAK Jung situation. Jungjun? Where Lil C is gonna have more of a battle competitive round, but man, Rodang's giving GWANAK a run for his money on entertainment, right? Oh, that was sick phrasing, going from a twirl or a roll, and then he fixed it and gridded it. That's cool. Yeah. Pop it. Yeah. My God, he's a ham and a half. Yeah. People who don't take themselves seriously are people who inspire me immensely. I have so much respect for them. Because by watching them, it makes me feel like I can have fun too. Woo! GWANAK said thumbs down. Yes. Wow! That was so charming. He said, screw it. Give me that towel. Wow. Wow, this talk box is fun. Oh, this track's sick with a pistol squad rotated. Stop. Whoa. Woo! That was stable. That was clear. Yeah. Yeah. Ew. Ugh. Oh, the pulse in the track is resonating in his body. God. Yeah. Yeah. That was a solid little C win, but that was probably one of my favorite exchanges we've seen thus far. That was awesome. When I actually timed that. Woo! That hurt my throat a little bit because I was enjoying myself too much. Okay, our last one is Rip Up versus Yoonji. Ooh! Breaker, easy. Look at this. He's even got pads on. He's gonna rip it. Let's go! That's why it's called Rip Up. He's gonna rip the floor. Oh, yeah. Who knew breakers were so easy to catch based on what they're wearing? Yeah! 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 Or it could be their builds. Okay. I wonder how our judges feel about hearing a lot of our dancers land heavy, because this floor is unforgiving on the sound. Because some people are very quiet. Brother, my sister, and my friend. Oh, that was nice. Like the threads. Ooh, freeze. Nice. Ooh, more freezes. Ah, come on, Yoonji. Yes. Just going polyrhythmic. Woo! Nice. That was a really nice, well-spent music moment. So when it comes to musicality, Yoonji is vibing with it. Rip Up's got athleticism. Hey! Hey! Gorgeous way to bleed a phrase, right? Oh, she's so cute. I even love her photo. She said, come on, I can't hear you. Nice. He's pretty loud. Because my other breaker that we saw earlier was Famous. It was Famous versus Code. Famous was pretty quiet. Or I didn't clock it as much as I am clocking Rip Up. You gotta do a lot more. Yep, there we go. Don't stop now. He is defined though. I like the pacing of that. That's cool, but Rip Up's... That's cool. She started where he finished. That was cute. She is eating him up, low key. Ooh. Ooh. Because when you hear the tracks, you would think technically Rip Up would have the advantage. But when you're really saturated in certain BPMs and certain movement structures, if you're not providing something creative outside of the standard of what we normally see, it gets tricky. I would say Yoonji, her exploration is thriving here because of the type of tracks she's been given. Yeah. Hey, she had a little top rock. That's a little signature moment with her elbow knock. She was cute with a fun little breaking finish. So I'm going to vote Yoonji, and I'm going to expect that to be most of our judges may be voting for her for this one.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Music. She nailed it on the music side. Okay. That was really fun. surprised by the amount of Campbell lockers. Normally, I see more whackers exist in a bracket, not just because we look at whacking brackets, but because of Korea is so dominant in highly competent whackers in their space, specifically exploring a variety of genres of music. And I wonder if it's because of location as to why we have a lot of Campbell lockers. I don't know. Very much looking forward to hearing, saying if you happen to know the reason why. But we're going to move on now to the round of eights. Let's go. Okay, I got top 8 all the way through finals pulled up. I know who ends up in finals. We'll see how they get there. We're going to start with Lokbong versus Famous. Fun. Ooh. Little shimmy moment was cute. Hey! That was nice. Cause Famous is a breaker, so he's got that athleticism on lockdown. Cool. Cool. Nice. All that. Cool. He's got a good ear. I really like how he uses his floor work. Nice! He punctuates really clearly, which I think works well for who he's been up against. Nice. That was cute. Hey. It's the hand positioning there. It was really cool. That was cool. He said, that was nice. That was nice. Yes. Yeah. Wow. God, that airtime was airy. That head. Yes. I love the redirections with his head were cool. Projection of that was fun. All right, Famous. Famous, I think, so far, I mean, he's done a couple power moves, but, like, he's dived way more in floor work, in top rocks, and punctuated freezes, but they were assisted, like, they weren't free, like, what's the word? They didn't have, like, a risky take to them. That was sick. And it's just so interesting how he's been able to go through his rounds without having to do that, and he's reliant more so on the floor work. That is mad cool. That was cool. That was cool. His floor work's really creative. The running was cute. That was cute. That was cute. Cute. So I would personally vote for Famous on this one. Even though I know who's in finals, I don't quite know the bracket decisions on every battle, though. I didn't really check all of them. Okay, I don't think we get any more ties for the rest of the bracket. Ooh! Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Famous moves on. Lokbong gave him a run for his money, though. That was really, really fun. Okay, next Empty Pop versus Tahiti. This will be interesting. Both got some really nice, charming elements to their approach. Here we go. Empty Pop is really, really competitive on pretty much any track you give. Ew. God, look at his hands, his fingers. Ew. Ooh. The fixed points and the isolations with the shoulders are gorgeous here. Yeah. Look at the bevel switch. It's so rigid. It's so polyrhythmic. Oh, and he's ticking through the transitions. That is gorgeous work from him. Yep. Yes to that. And then he rotates it, continues the rotation, and explores it by mode changing. Wowzers. Wowzers. Come on, Tahiti. So the thing that MT does very well, is he trying to take some of his choices and go, look, MC, I can match you here. Wow, that would be like somebody going up to J Smooth and being like, look, I can wave and match you there. You're asking for it. Yeesh. Okay. So in the context here, the tricky thing against somebody like MT Pop is going to be his vocabulary density. He is so fluent in so many variants that it gets really tricky on the stamina side creatively. Tahiti was already showing symptoms from the round of 16. All of this is really nice. It's just a repackage of what he was showing up in the 16, which is totally fine. Super cool. Nice, nice. Hey. Nice. Oh. The setup. We started with fists, changed the hand. Oh. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Now he's turned into a shark. And then he's pulled it up. And then he redirects it. And then he folds it over. Ah! To hit on the knocking. That was wild. Then he creates a wave through the toe. And he's in tennis shoes, too. Folds it. He's so playful. It's like he's at a session, which is very different than like a Duloc session, right? Both are fun in their own right, but good God. God. Lord help us. Wow. All right, Tahiti, what you gonna do, dude? I like his setup here is cool. Opens it up. That was nice. Showcasing a sense of balance. Ground move is nice. Now, ground moves are ground moves when you don't use your hands. Fun little tidbit that I hear a lot of people when they equate a ground move. That's what one of their criteria is. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. Yeah, a little kip up, wormy worm. It's fun. Switch up on the knees. Nice. Oh, that's fun. Cool. Then he redirects it. So what's interesting is when you're choosing to answer on a concept structure like that, it's hard to not compare to what we just watched. And the amount of complexity and stylization was really cool. So that's going to be a solid MT Pop win. However, Tahiti put up a fight in a lot of sequences for sure. The quality of that was sick. All right. I think it's going to be like a clear 5 over to MT. The complexity and the density on that.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! 2 ties and a 3 over to MT. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Totally fine. I mean, Tahiti has a really nice flow about his choices, and I do think he was operating at a disadvantage on both tracks, very similar to Benson, right, as a Campbell locker on tracks that had a heavy popping presence. So Eugen did have a bit of a benefit there. I appreciated the exchange of this. I do think Tahiti was running into it's just tricky because it depends on who you talk to and the conversations that one can have with those who adjudicate or who judge or who are in the battle spaces. When you see somebody answer somebody else or try to match complexity, direction changes, density, creative avenues and of exploration, in Tahiti's, a lot of his landed, for sure. MT Pop's exploration down to the type of stylized hand, I think, was a determining factor for me into the difference of caliber between the specific round that we're given, right? I would have loved to have seen a hip-hop track played to really see Tahiti in more of his bag of sound that he can pull from, and MT Pop having to compensate in other areas, right? So this was a really fun exchange, though. Next battle is Jongjun versus Yujin. Jongjun. Jongjun has a lot of coverage in the kinesphere in his choices. Yeah. Nice. Nice. The clap was cool. And I like when he chooses to linger in a choice. Like that, yeah. Yeah. I like he's also starting on this side, so it forces him to have to redirect. I think Youngjin's also on the opposite side, Yujin, from where she was. Waxy's crisscross, she's comfy, love it. Yee! That was nice with the chest ISO. I was clocking that. Alright, how's Yujin gonna go with it? We got a talk box sound. Vibration to set it up. Nice. Beautiful. She's starting to take more risks comfortably, which I really appreciate. Ah! Clear. I do think Jongjun held his own very well on this track. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. Very fun between the two. This kind of track. Ooh, somebody who like specializes in house, I think, would really do well on a track like this. It's because of that sound in the back right here. Shake it off. Cool. Yeah, we're shaking it, shaking it. That was fun. All right, Yujin. She could really present a new perspective of her movement here if she wanted to, or have it explore in a different way, which can really benefit her. Ooh, that was nice. She's resetting a bit with her arms, meaning that she's letting them linger low pretty often. She's keeping them towards, like, within herself. But I love that. That's great. Cool. Excuse me. Nice. Wow. See, this one's tricky. I may lean a little bit more to Jongjun because of his expansion and how he chooses to explore, and it's a little bit easier to read his choices. But from a technical standpoint, I love her mode changes and Yujin's polyrhythmic intention. I would probably commit to Jongjun though. Yeah. So once again, not totally alone because Waxy tied it. I get it. I think there's benefits to both. But Yujin taking the win, she had a way more technically proficient. She had a better technique bag, and I think the songs did have a subtle advantage to her in terms of what kind of groove she can explore within it. Okay, next is Yoonji versus Lil C. I got like a tickle in my throat. I cannot. Wait, I love the point of curiosity. This will be a fun one. What a personality. Love. I'm really excited to take her class in August, by the way. Every time I see her, I'm like, coming soon. I get to experience her presence live, baby. Nice. Ooh. Nice. That's cool work. Hop it. Yes, ma'am. That's cool. That's nice. A hop was cool. Ooh. That was nice. Ooh, having to play with timings. He's trying to keep up with the times. Not times. What? What am I saying? Keeping up with the timing is very fast. Very fast for popping. He's making it work though. He's not exploring. He's exploring in his pockets of timing, but he's still making decisions based on this kind of timing. Yoonji had more patience in her choices, where she was able to settle in the track a little bit better. Curious what that second song's gonna be. Oh, that's a sick redirection. That was good. Really, really nice. Oh, like everyone's like, yeah, it's a good track. Woo! Lil C should be messing with this track though. This song, some of the parts of the track earlier on in it sound like little farts. Like that part. That song. Wow. Woo! How playful. Nice. Nice to that. That was cool. Yeah, Lil C's popping off here. I mean, this is a pop-it track through and through. Yep. Is he gonna be able to do enough? Ooh. Oh, that was nice. Ew, 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 ew. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah. Oh. Redirection with a little slap on it's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Wow, strong round 2. Eeeeee. Okay. They're wild for that. Okay. I would probably... Ooh, this one's tricky. That was funny. That was funny. So I know who ends up taking the win. But would I have voted for them if I didn't know that? We're gonna let them vote. I would say... I'm gonna say for whoever wins, it'll probably be at least... I think they get 4 and a tie. It gives 4 and a tie. 4 and a tie or 3 and everybody else ties. I think it'll be that. I don't know though. Let's see. How are our judges gonna vote this? I think they're gonna win. Get 4, maybe. Whoa! Whoa! 2 ties issued, and then 2 over to Yoonji, and then 1 over to Lil C. Wow! 1 vote's technically all you need, right? Wow, 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 wow! Wow. Lil C's round was filthy work. I think Yoonji held it down on both tracks, and I think like with Lil C's first round, he never really settled into the track from a musicality front. He just messed with timings and compared to dynamics and textures and mode changes the way that Yoonji did. Because remember, it's the battle of comparison. With a battle, it's who did what better based on the criteria list that you have. It's not the same as like whenever you're judging a choreography competition, right? And there's different things that you measure, and it depends on who's there and what their scope of what they do, because sometimes you have people who compare based on what an idea of a 10 in their head is, which I try not to do that, because then for me, I can be that can be too much of a temptation for myself to hold them to that expectation when I shouldn't do that. It should be based on the music that we're given, the respective round, because both Lil C and Yoonji freaking eat in their respective brackets of style. So this was a really fun exchange. I think Lil C, absolutely his best round was round of 16. That was a phenomenal round set for him. I did know Yoonji was going to move on. I didn't know by how much. That was a wild, wild result though. Wow. Okay, next we have Famous versus MT Pop. So now we're in the down to the round of 4s. Because I know who's in finals, I know who wins this. How? Let's find out. Hey, this is a slow BPM, so he's got to work with it. He's gonna have to pull out a lot of stuff here. Okay, calibrated the timings, which is nice. Doesn't Luna Yuna do that too when she's really focused? That's the catch up. I call it catch a bubble. Look at that little kid. Yes, get your shot, dude. Get a good shot of this. Yeah. I like the punch on that. It's cool. That was cool. Oh! Oh, we're all sitting in different places. MT Pop's calibrated to the track now. He had time to listen to it. Oh! Oh! Excuse me. That's a mess. That's a mess. Oh! What? I beg your finest pardon. Wowzers. God, look at the ticking on that. The kick head ISO combo is wild with the direction change. Wow. Yeah. There it is. Give him a breakbeat. That's cute with the top rock exchange. Here we go. That DJ's living his best life. So agree, everybody's looking for something. He patty caked in between his legs. What? It also looks like we have a 6th person. It looks like Baby Sleek's there with a sling. That was nice. I don't know if he's repeating signatures per se, but he's not a power move guy is what I'm noticing. He's not pulled really many power moves at all in this entire bracket. For a breaker, wow. We're deciding to Campbell lock right now. Wow. World in the 7 seas. Ooh, the glide on that. Yow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Goodness. Okay, so I can see. Ooh, I can see a tie. I don't know if anybody like. Okay, so MT Pop's gonna move on to finals. By what margin? I'm gonna say like his first round was disgusting. That was insane work with the ISOs. He traveled it from the elbow with the fixed points, and then he ISO'd it to the chest of the head. Ugh, that was gorgeous. That made my heart so happy to see on a track like that. For show. I can see ties possibly issued because it's happened on matches here in this bracket where I wasn't expecting them, so maybe ties, but I'm gonna say most are gonna, or I mean, most of course opt for MT, but I think there's gonna be more votes to MT than ties issued out. All right, let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, yeah, so we have a tie issued, but everybody, there's more direction to MT than not. Okay, I'm assuming here's gonna be my like little gander here. That I'm gonna guess that's Baby Sleek. And I'm also gonna guess that Baby Sleek had a situation that prompted her to show up late because we've only operated with 5 judges and now we have 6. Unless there's another bracket or something else that's been going on and we're now combined because we're in semis. Not sure. I'm curious if you guys happen to know. We're gonna go ahead and move on though. Awesome. Next one. UNG versus Eugene. G versus Jen. What we gonna do? Ooh. This one's nice. She said we're gonna turn, pull it in. Yeah, accents with a body roll is really nice. Hey. That was nice. Nice. Ooh, she said so sweet. Yo. The elbow knocks are fun there. Yeah, that was a nice catch. I think she's aware of this either remix or track itself, but man, she's doing great. She did great on that. All right, Eugene, what we gonna do? It's just spit slow. You can ride it out. Ooh. Oh, we suspended it before we brought it back. That's cool. Nice. That was cool. Eugene, of course, for a track like that, Eugene did very well. We're exploring it. What we're doing. Hey. Ooh, we looking. Nice. She said, come on. Let that crowd get involved. Nice. Playing with timing. Syncopated it. Get patience here. Nice. The arch back's gorgeous. Yes, ma'am. Yep. She said pop, pop, pop. She Fresno'd that. She didn't like Fresno groove it, but she said pop, pop, pop. Ooh. Nice. That was cool. Put that hat on. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That's nice. That was nice. Okay. I can see this matchup be closer than the other semi one. I already know, so Yoonji's gonna make it to finals. By what margin?
3, 2, 1.
Woo! Clear win. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Come on now. Also, the thing is, this Baby Sleek, if this is who that is, cannot tie it. Like, there's maybe like here. But we can't issue a tie because we got one arm out of commission. Man, okay. That was cool. She did so well on that. Okay, okay. Finals. Don't know who wins. I hope they show who wins. That would be great. I don't want to be kept in the dark. MT-Bot versus Yoonji. Here we go. Ooh, Yoonji's outfit is cute. With a little belt buckle top. Yeah, yeah. Nice. It really looks like she's regulating her stamina so well here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to assume this elbow usage of exploration is 1,000% going to be a signature fingerprint of hers. Yeah. She works with it really well, and we've seen it in a couple of rounds, but not in a redundancy way, in a repackaged way, as a signature. The drop down is nice, like the levels there. She said, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Cute with a little toe accent in the back. Also, I love watching people like Jeem. I mean, Jeem's not here, but like watching somebody like Dulak watch dance and watching Jeem watch people dance. It's just such an inspiring thing to watch other people enjoy what they're watching. It's just great. Ew. Wow. So when it comes to creative vocabulary, I think Yoonji did fantastic on projection of her choices, performance, the pose, positions, technical side of variance. Redirections are looking great here. Nice. So he has to combat a lot of how he set up himself. Stop. Woo! This is a very empty pop bag. This is what I remember him as. Yeah. With the tutting, King Tut variants. That's fun. This is close. Come on, Yoonji. This is the last one, girl. Pull it out. Give us all of it. Ooh. Yeah. Knock on the elbows were cool. Woo! Yes! Yeah. I love it. She said, now do I get to leave stage? Such a performer. These are very strong rounds from her. Stronger than what I'm normally used to seeing in a finals with Yoonji. All right, MT, what are we doing? He coasted low-key a bit in that last round. Oh, that pull was nice. He's gear shifting. Oh, he hasn't done that yet. That's cool. Yeah, whatever's the butterfly frolicking to and fro on his side. The ISOs are nice. Both are bringing difficulty to their respective genres. Yep, yep. Oh, come on, Sarah. I see her in the back there. Yep. Wow, wow. Dude, that's fun. That's cool. That was, come on, with a little partnering. Oh. She's like, okay, we're gonna keep going. That was great. That was cute. That was adorable. Thank you. Oh, they're not even going to show me who won. What? What? There's not a single comment under this to even give me any direction. I mean, I would have to dig, because this is 2024. Dig in the archives of both of their Instagrams to figure out who won this. Who would I pick? A genuine shot in the dark, and I'll probably never know. I mean, doesn't that feel like Whackers Night? A lot of the earliers are just like that. Ooh, this one I would say, if an MT Pop Yoonji matchup. MT Pop is such an arsenal of vocabulary, like I've mentioned previously in this bracket. Yoonji put up a heck of a fight on both rounds. I could see myself leaning more to Yoonji here than MT Pop, but it's not because it gave the impression he was coasting in comparison to his other rounds, because you shouldn't look at it like that. I would say for the kind of tracks that we were given, I preferred Yoonji's approach to the track from a musicality front, as well as how she chose to integrate her vocabulary. Now, granted, we were teetering on the repackage of her elbow knocks, and I did appreciate MT Pop's choice of using a gear shift moment to really create some fun moments in the legs with a transition. So I could see this go very, I could see it swing genuinely either way. If I were to make a decision, I would go for Yuji personally. But this was a fantastic bracket. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I loved seeing so many styles represented, like breaking and camelbacking and whacking and hip hop and popping. I mean, you got everything cooking up in here, and honestly, getting to see Dulak battle, I think was such a joy. You guys know me. I know you. I'm Jazz. Thank you, Sang, for this request. I love me looking at a good battle bracket, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.